oftentimes I'll see something like this shape right here, and I'll want to show it, but sometimes it's not as visible, so if it's going to come in and out of existence too much, I usually just will make it part of the shadow. It's tempting to kind of chase these areas around, especially when they're so appealing to draw, but at some point I've got to make a decision to kind of include them or exclude them. Now that gives me a more concrete core shadow, and I'll just kind of glaze over some of these areas that are more of a half tone. And like I was saying before, with so much information, I've got to just be okay excluding a little bit. It's impossible. There's not enough time for me to get every single thing, and everything's going to change. Even as the model breathes, things will change. And I keep changing the direction of my line just to kind of go across the form one way or the other. And a lot like in the gesture drawing, I'm still trying to move around quite a bit. Although I'm in the torso, in this core area of the figure, I'm trying not to get too locked down in any one portion. And at a certain point, I can't get too much darker with this red colored pencil here. So what I'll do is actually bring out a black one and start to accentuate with that, just lightly, to sort of push the darks a little bit more. But before I do that, I want to do a little bit more with just the red pencil, making sure that the contour agrees with what I'm putting on the inside of the figure as well. And these kinds of drawings take a lot of time. They take this slow build-up of tone. So at this stage in the drawing, I'm going to start to add some black, and I'm going to do this very subtly and very carefully, just like I laid down the red before. And this is just going to slightly accent, slightly push those shadows a little bit more, a little bit further than the red could on its own. And just take a sharp pencil and show a little bit more detail right here. And I usually like to pick a spot that I think is going to be the strongest area of light. And then once I have that spot, I try to make sure that nothing else competes with that, so that I don't have too many competing highlights throughout the drawing. I kind of want one area that has the most light, and then other areas that could also be highlights but aren't equally as bright.